Dao Vua, Dao Vua, not totally sure, you decide, but what I am certain of is that these are by far the most badass and affordable knives that we have in the entire cutlerymore.com shop of 2,600 knife SKUs. So what do we got? These are Dao Vua's hand-forged knives out of Vietnam, coming from a multi-generational family of knife makers going back evidently to the 1200s. Now, Dao Vua, I'm going to say both in the video, translates to King's Blade or Royal Blade, which explains the logo that they have on the side of the blades. These are 4 of the knives that we have in the store right now. I hope they sell out immediately so we can order a ton for the future and keep the family busy for as long as possible. We have the K-tip cleaver or Kiri Cleaver, Kiri Cleaver, the Honesuki, Bunka, and their Sakimaru Slicer. We also have a gyuto, extra tall gyuto, Nikiri Santoku, and a regular Chinese cleaver. The family is originally known for recycling automotive and pipeline steel to make their blades. However, the collection that we have are all made with American 52-100 carbon steel, coming in at that 60 to 61 Rockwell. And this is a mono steel blade. So there's no core, there's no cladding. What you see is what you get, and they all have a kurouchi finish. I'm gonna go through the 4 different ones that I have and let you see some eye candy close-up shots, and might have to put a little bit of music to it because it's really worth just staring at these blades. I'm not gonna lie, I think they're just fan-freaking-tastic. Fan-freaking-tastic. Okay, let's go. This is the 7-inch Kiri Cleaver. So Kiri coming from Kiri K-tip cleaver. This has the ebony wood handle, which has this angled cut to the butt of the knife, which I love because the angle is cut near identical to the tip of the blade. It just looks really good. Again, this is an octagonal ebony handle. You also get a brass ferrule. So I want to be totally real about something with these knives. They are raw, they are rough around the edges, they are rustic. You're going to get them that have some blemishes on them, and out of the box they're going to be sharp, but they could use a little love. Take any of these, you put it on a 1,000, maybe a 5,000 afterwards, give it a hone or a strop, and they are going to be fantastic. What I can also say about these is because they're carbon steel coming in at that 60 to 61 Rockwell, these are excellent knives to practice your knife sharpening with. We have a knife sharpening series where you learn from me as I learn as I go. You might want to check out, I'll link that below in the description. And I'm going to be sharpening some of these blades in the future. So again, are they sharp? Yes. Could they use a little TLC? Absolutely. Are they going to be rough and rustic and just have little nicks and dings and blemishes and scratches? Yes, it's what you're getting. It just has to do with the charm of these blades. Next up is the Honesuki coming in at 6 inches. What I love about this knife is that the spine is thick enough to be used as a proper Honesuki, as a boning knife, but it's not too thick that you can't use this for everyday prep. The spine thickness gives you the leverage you need, but the geometry of the grind allows you to still easily slice through some carrots or thicker root vegetables and then bounce over and julienne some mushrooms or an onion. The octagonal handle is mainly rosewood with an ebony ferrule, so you can see that it's a little bit different than the other options. So depending on the knife you choose is going to depend on the type of handle, and that's also going to vary from order to order that we get here at cutleryandmore.com, and who knows what else they'll surprise us with in the future. We don't care, we just want their blades. Moving on to the Bunka coming in at 6.5 inches. This is very traditional for a Bunka. You're getting a decent curvature at the tip of the blade. So compared to some other bunkas that are much straighter in the tip and they're not very good for the European style rock chop, this bunka would be just fine. And because that Rockwell, that 60 to 61, it's carbon steel, you can get away with rocking and tweaking and pivoting and using these blades in a little bit rougher of a technique compared to some higher Rockwell Japanese knives. And finally, we have the 12-inch Sakimaru Slicer. This is just, wow, what a blade. It's similar to a Yanagiba in the fact that it is a double bevel slicer. It has this katana tip to it, and this has a decent curvature to the blade itself. So in that slicing motion, you get to use that curvature in your favor. This is just an awesome blade. And as I'm sitting here just being totally in love with it and touching the kurouchi finish, a little bit will come off over time. You will notice that not only will the blade, the polished blade itself patina, it will rust if you don't keep it dry, but the kurouchi will evolve and change over time to the point where it may eventually have a more polished look to it. It just really depends on how you scrub it and take care of it and just, I don't know, touch it because you like the knife so much. Is that weird? I don't know. So there you have it, folks. These are the Dao Vua Hand-Forged Knives from Vietnam, made with 52-100 American high carbon steel with either an ebony or rosewood handle. They are rough around the edges, but it gives them an amazing charm. And for the price and just for the overall look and aesthetics, the whole nine, they are fantastic blades. So order them so we can order a lot more and keep this family busy making knives for a very long time. I'm Chef Brandon with Cutlery and More. Thanks so much for tuning in, and let us know in the comments, is it Dao Vua or Dao Vua? You decide.